I I want to talk about death today. Death. Why do we die? I think death is natural, and our species is designed to die just like any other species, just like any other animal species. So I don't believe death as it's portrayed in the religious sense, that we die because of the original sin. Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit, and because of that, we we were doomed to die. So I don't believe that. I believe everything dies. Uh, every animal dies, and this is not because of the original sin. Um, because even stars die. The sun, our sun, will die someday. Uh, yeah. So, um, we die because, first of all, it's natural. Uh, it's intended that we do, and um, it's paramount that we die. You know, eternity is a lie. So there's I believe we die because our cells keep dividing. Because we need to what? There's this thing called telomeres, and the more our cells divide, because our cells die, and like we need newer ones, something like that. So every time a cell divides, our telomeres get shorter or something like that, and that leads to the aging process. Hmm? Yeah, so we end up aging. Our organs get weaker and weaker. Our mind gets weaker, and yeah, we just end up dying of natural causes most of the time. We get weak, so we can't outrun some things. We can't outrun danger. End up dying, or your organs get too weak. Can't eat certain foods. Can't process certain foods. End up dying. Yeah, but death is natural. So Adam and Eve dying is not why we die. Like God did not condemn us to a life of uh, suffering and death just because of two people. Um, there's a thought I had some time back, and I thought about Adam and Eve, and I was like, so Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit and doomed all mankind. So they doomed all animal species, all plant life, huh? uh, all the stars, because even stars die. Our sun will die someday. There's a sun dying right now, becoming a supernova and that kind of thing, turning into a black hole. So our stars, our sun will also die. That to me is like a death. It's shining uh, at the moment. Okay, it's shining somewhere. It hasn't risen yet, but it's shining somewhere. Um, Yeah, so eventually, in about 5 billion years, that's the estimated number of years. Okay, no, that's not when it will die. That's when it will turn into a red giant, and then eventually it will turn into what? A white star? Huh. Hey, my cosmology is lacking. Okay, red dwarf sun. Okay, let's go for our sun's fate in 5 billion. 5 billion years? Oh, it's marked as the death of our sun. In approximately 5 billion years. In approximately 5 billion years, the sun will run out of hydrogen fuel in its core, initiating a series of dramatic changes that will ultimately lead to its demise as a white dwarf. Nice. Okay. So yeah, oh yeah, it goes on to say it will first expand into a red giant star. So it will be too huge. It will expand into this red giant star, potentially engulfing Mercury and Venus and possibly even Earth. So yeah, for those looking for the end of times, you just have to wait 5 billion years because there will be literal hell on Earth. It will be unlivable, uninhabitable. So the sun will die. It will mark life on Earth impossible. So yeah, it will be scorched for those who will live long enough to to see that happen. Uh, so yeah, even stars die, and so it blew my mind that every time a lion somewhere, and by somewhere I mean Eden, the Garden of Eden. So a lion somewhere was immortal, hmm? Immortal, like it could not die, it could not eat gazelles, because nothing was dying. They had to eat something, and if they had to eat something, then they had to eat plant life, right? Like green grass, and plants also live. They breathe, they live, and they produce their own food, which is kind of amazing. But yeah, that's also life. So if a lion somewhere was not eating gazelles, then they were eating grass, huh? Like I think we are told in the Bible. But by eating grass, something is dying. The plant is dying. So there was death already. Hmm? Huh. So a lion somewhere was immortal. Let's assume these guys didn't know plants lived. Huh? Plants could breathe and produce their own food and die. Uh, so let's assume they didn't know that. So a lion somewhere was immortal, somewhere meaning Eden. And then suddenly, because Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit, now this lion has to uh, hunt for food, protect itself. And now I have to eat gazelles because someone somewhere ate the forbidden fruit. Anyway, so yeah, original sin. Uh, so what else about this? Uh, am I afraid of dying? Uh, I know I'm going to die, but I don't want to die yet because uh, I haven't done anything with my life, so I don't want to die. Uh, maybe when I've accomplished like things I know I can accomplish in my life, then I'll be content with dying. I'll be like, okay, I think my time has come. uh, so yeah, um, I don't look forward to dying. Although, well, since I won't know I'm dead, uh, it kind of makes the fear non-existent because I won't know I'm dead. Like I won't be conscious. I won't go to hell. I won't go to heaven. I won't be anywhere. It will be just like it was before I was born. I was not conscious of that as well. So yeah, only those alive will will feel the pain of my death, or will celebrate my life. Maybe if I've lived up to my potential. But yeah, I don't look forward to dying. Like I don't run towards bullets. I don't run towards incoming traffic, hoping to die. No, I try to not die because I still have love for life. I still want to live my life. Life on earth is very beautiful. Uh, all these fruits, all these women, all these emotions, yeah, they make life worthwhile. So I still have a few years, maybe 50, maybe 60, who knows? 60, 60 plus 30, that's 90. Ooh, 90-year-old Wilfred. Lord, take me when I'm 90. Not just say Lord. Hmm, conditioning. So, yeah, I'm not afraid of death, but I don't look towards dying. Um, should we die? I believe we should, uh, to make way for um, future generations. Uh, I believe that's how nature intended it. Like, no being should be immortal. Um, so you live, come live your life, score some victories for mankind, progress us forward, or evolve us, then eventually die. Like, do your part and die. Make way for other people. So yeah, I believe we should all die. Uh, who was this guy? Was it Louis C.K. or Ricky? Ricky Gervais. I think it was Louis C.K. The stand-up comedian. When he did the skits about imagining yourself with with people from the 16th century and trying to explain technology to them. uh, so uh, there's not much to talk about death. I just can't realize. Oh, maybe uh, there's this thing that's been bugging me. Um, it baffles me that when someone dies, like people are very eager and willing to offer help, you know, and but that help is always non-existent or very hard to get when the person is still alive. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that. Hmm? It's like the equivalent of People giving you flowers. Okay, they won't be giving you because you're dead. People bringing you flowers uh, to your funeral, but you've never received flowers in your life from any of those people. Eh? I don't know. I think they do it out of guilt. You know. Hmm. I think so. So yeah, that's all I heard about death. So yeah, we don't die because of the original sin. We die because that's just how human nature intended. Human nature? No, that's just how nature. What is nature, by the way? Like we keep talking about nature, 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 nature. What it is, we don't know. But if nature is God, it would kind of make sense, by the way, if nature meant God, but not God like God in the Bible, like God as we've come to know Him. I think nature is just nature. Interesting. I've never thought about it. What's nature? Is it a force? We talk about it as if it's a force. Nature intended, nature evolving us. By the way, what would happen if we advance to the extent that we could um, survive survive our brains, our minds? Say we transcend our physical bodies, our biological bodies, and and like upload our conscious minds onto some server or onto some Android. That's immortality, right? Hmm. Wonder what would happen if we ever get to that level. What would death mean then? Uh, how would you die if you are an Android? Like flip of a switch, mind virus, delete. They delete your conscious mind from this app. Maybe, maybe like that Black Mirror episode. I think it's San Junipero, where people were uploading their minds to some server. San Junipero, Black Mirror. Yeah, this is the one. I like Black Mirror. My favorite episode is Nosedive. Nosedive. It's about social media something something. I like Nosedive. Um, what else? Mm, yeah, I think that's all. That's all I had about death. I know something will come up after I've recorded this. Am I afraid of anyone close to me dying? That's a hard one. It's a hard one because I know when they die, I will never see them again. I won't see them in heaven because there's no such thing as heaven. I won't see them in hell. There's no such thing as hell. So I am burdened with this knowledge that when they die, they'll be dead. Like, they're dead, gone. Can't revive them. Never see them again. Never talk to them again. So yeah, yeah, I don't want anyone close to me to die. I want to be. I think I should be the last, the first person to go. Yeah, so they bury me. uh, Memento mori. Remember that you must die. We should live our lives as if we know that we are going to die, but we never do. For some reason, people um, evade that topic. Death. I don't think I know what it feels like to have someone close to you die. I've been to funerals before, um, but it was never someone I was closely related to or or deeply knew. My first ever funeral was in primary four, 4 or 5, I think four, when a girl in our class died. Her name was Tracy Tracy Nabatesa. Nabatesa Tracy, I think. Yeah, she was a very pretty girl. Like I used to crush on her. And yeah, she died. She died of some heart issues. And the story they told us was that some doctor uh, injected her with a with a needle, and she died. I don't know if that's true, but that's what we were told anyway. So I did see her dead body. She was, dressed in white, and wow, oof. She had like those the cotton things they put in what, in the nostrils. Jesus, it was very heartbreaking. I remember weeping. Oh yeah, and the next burial I was at was that of uh, Sally from Chisui High. We buried him those ends of zero. Eh, yeah, that hurt as well because I knew Sally. You know, used to discuss things together after prep. Very chill guy, very humble, never talk too much. Hmm. I think that was also a heart issue. I think so, if I remember correctly. Um, then I buried um. Who was next after that? I don't like going to burials, by the way. Hmm. Because I don't know how to comfort people when their close ones die. I I actually usually just distance myself because I don't know what to say. Like you can't you have to, I don't know. I struggle with my mind because my mind knows one thing, and then like to comfort these people, I can't do it. Like because I don't I don't know. It will be like lying to them. uh, I don't know, giving them hope maybe that they'll eventually see their loved ones. But uh, that's not what I know. That's not what I believe in. So I don't know how to comfort. So usually, maybe the best I do is just be around. I think that's enough, just be around, even though I don't say anything, which I usually don't do. I don't say anything. I just, I be there. Like, yeah, I'm around. Yeah, but no comforting words. I never have comforting words. So, oh yeah, there's two other dates that uh that were very sad. Two other classmates of mine. The first one is Oriema. Oriema was my classmate in primary, and I heard about how he died, and it was very unnecessary and very sad. I like Oriema. I like Oriema. He is the first person who introduced me to a very delicious meal, beans and avok. I remember when I went to their home somewhere in Nakuladi, and he gave me beans and avok. I was like, I've never had this in my life. This is very tasty food, if you can call it that. Uh, so yeah, Oriema died very young as well. Like he died like what, 10 years ago, 10, 11, 12 years ago. Died very young. The next death, it was sad as well, is so Kalebo, also my classmate. Kalebo was fun. Kalebo David, yeah, died smoking. Yeah, I think that's what they told me. That's why he died. Some kind of cancer, throat cancer. Ah, man, I didn't attend those. I didn't attend those burials. Like I knew about them much later after like they were buried. Then there are some dates that, for example, Bosamoke's dad. That was kind of cool. Okay, I should not say cool because he died. He died an old man, so it's kind of yeah. You've lived your life. Yeah, so I don't think I should say cool, but that's a much less painful death when your old man dies, like because you're kind of anticipating the death, and it's it's natural. Like if you die at 90, like they should be celebrating life, should be drinking and dancing. Mhm. It's only like when these youths die, 20s, 25s, those ones that we should mourn those ones because there's no way you could have lived up to your potential at 25. Even Mozart died at 35, he after composing all those symphonies. Okay. 35 is still young, but yeah, okay. So I've been to like maybe 7 funerals. And yeah, I don't know. My parents are both still alive, uh, thankfully. But I do this thing where I think about I think about my close ones dying. Like I could just sit there and think about life without my brother, or life without one of my sisters, or life without my girlfriend, uh, life without my parents. And then I kind of think of this reality in my head. I even sometimes cry. Like it gets too real. I'm like, fuck. End up shedding tears. So in my head, I'm already kind of burying them. So I'm kind of preparing my mind for such scenarios if they ever happen. So I don't maybe break down too much and lose myself. Because man, losing someone close to you is, yeah, it's very tough. I know it's very tough, although I've never experienced it. So I try to ready my mind by picturing such things. People close to me dying. Yeah, kind of a buffer. Yeah. Anyway, um, so yeah, um, when people die, we should, if they are young, we should mourn them definitely because you've not lived up to your potential at that age. So there's no way we could celebrate anything unless maybe you're some kind of um prodigy who's done so much at such a young age, which is still kind of not enough because people will expect you to have not hit your potential at that age. So yeah, when young people die, it's kind of going against nature. Uh, it's not something nature intended. Maybe anyway, like a father should never bury their son. So that's painful. I don't think we even have a word for it. Like, how do you call a father who has lost his son? Like, we don't have a word for that. We have a word for a son who's lost his dad. We call them what? Orphans. Ah, no, no, orphans is both parents. Huh. Mm. Remember that episode in the originals when uh, Esther dies, the mother, the mother to the originals, and then Klaus goes, "Well, now we are officially orphans." So yeah, I don't think there's words for that. Anyway, I kind of lost my point there. Uh, so it's not natural for fathers to bury their sons. There's this movie I watched. It's called John Q. I remember shedding a tear when I watched this. I was watching it with my sister, so I had to like hide myself because I was crying. It's a very nice movie, John Q. So John goes on to say, like towards the end of the movie, I will not bury my son. My son will bury me, because his son had a very huge heart, which was causing issues. So they had to like get him a heart transplant, and John was willing to offer his heart because he didn't want to bury his son. He was like, my son should bury me. No, we such strong uh, emotions. I Yeah, that's how nature intended things to be. Sons burying their fathers, not the other way around. Uh, I'm thinking about war at the moment, and I still don't know. I think it's it's Ukraine and Iran. I still don't know who is fighting who, but I'm hearing maybe there's some war going on. There's also I keep hearing there's war in DRC where I'm from. So about war, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why people fight. I don't know to that extent. Okay, there's fighting to injure people, and then there's fighting like to kill, dropping bombs, nuclear bombs, and things like that. That I don't understand. Like, how outraged do you have to be to do such a thing? Hmm, I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm capable of such things. Like if you had someone close to me, do I have the guts to come and kill you? I don't know. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and I don't want to find out if I have the guts to do such a thing. So yeah, I think war is kind of pointless, but we are humans. Like these are humane, humane? No, they are not humane. These are human desires. They're not humane. Wait, what's the definition of humane? Humane, I think it's dealing with humanity, having or showing compassion. Okay. Oh, speaking of compassion and benevolence, reminds me of God. You know how God killed all those people during the flood, Sodom and Gomorrah. Uh, who else did God kill? Anyway, some other people, I believe. Uh, that's not compassion, is it? It's not benevolence. Anyway, that's good for you. I have this uh, argument that I keep telling religious people that okay, it's more of a statement. I keep saying your God sounds like a man because all if you take a man and exaggerate all his abilities and make him immortal, that's the definition of God. Because God is immortal, has anger issues, loves, is jealous, uh, all these things, all things that man is, but extreme, like extreme levels of anger, extreme levels of jealousy, extreme levels of love, we should say. But is it love when you're willing to torture your children for eternity? Is it? I don't think so. So, if I was God, of course, I think I would just delete people. Like, just delete your consciousness. Like, don't sumbua. Just go. But apparently, God is willing to torture us for eternity. So if hell exists, I'm definitely going. Me, I just gave up on the entire thing. If there's such a thing as hell, I'll just go there. I know I'll go there because the things I do are not really suitable for heaven. Oh, so yeah, how loving, how loving, how loving is God if He's willing to do such a thing? Like you have your other kids blissfully worshiping you in heaven, and then you have your other kids also being tortured for eternity in hell. And eternity is a very long time. So how do you reconcile such a thing? How do you have both hell and heaven happening simultaneously, like at the same time? That's not getting rid of evil, is it? It's not, because by definition of hell and heaven, that means evil still exists, even though it's in some other realm. It's still there. So you've not gotten rid of it anyway. So it's still there. We are still being tortured. Anyway, God is very ridiculous. It's a very ridiculous concept that man came up with. But people refuse to see that. I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's because we were raised by our parents to believe in gods, not in gods, in God, because we looked up to our parents as being as these very powerful, knowledgeable beings that could do no wrong. So when they told you God existed, you had to believe. So you grew up knowing this, like it's being drilled into your mind. So when you grow up and kind of, even though you see the proof for yourself that really such a God could not possibly exist, like your mind would be struggling with it. Like it would be very hard for you to break away from such conditioning, which is why I think kids kids should not be taught about religions at such a tender age. I think I would wait up until like 25, because they say the mind matures at 25. Hmm? 25, 25 mind matures. That's what they say. Like at 25, the common belief that the human brain, particularly the prefrontal cortex, reaches its full structure and functional maturity around the age of 25. So around that age, I think, is when people should be introduced to these things. Teach them all these religions, Catholicism, yes, Catholicism, Catholicism or Christianity. Okay, let's go for Christianity. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, like introduce them to all those religions. Then let them choose whichever way they want to fall. Hmm? Which I don't think is anywhere, because because all these religions have their flaws. So if someone at that age opens the Bible for the first time, they are going to see so many holes. It will just sound ridiculous to them. They'll be like, "There's no way this happened." But people like us who are raised uh, on the Bible or with the Bible, so we grew up knowing these stories. They sounded true to us. We believed in them. It's very, very hard to break away. So yeah, that's what I will do with my kids. Of course, I know they'll have questions growing up, which I'll answer. Like I'll answer honestly to the best of my knowledge. Like if they ask me, do I believe in God? I'll say no. If they ask me why, I'll tell them why I don't believe in God. Yeah, you know, kids are not stupid. Kids can piece things together. So I'll try the best to explain what I think about the world and reality. So I don't believe in God. I think I've made that pretty clear. I don't believe in God. I hate religion. I hate politics. Religion and politics, I think, are a cancer to humankind. Like, if I had the power, I would just like banish religion and politics. So if I was like the president of any country, I'd be like, politics. By being president, there's politics. Anyway, if I was even being a ruler, interesting, interesting. Hmm. Anyway, I still hate politics and religion, so I would abolish those two. But by doing that, I'm being political. Oh, anyway. Oh, low battery again. Fuck. Hold on. Okay, I should be winding up. So yeah, yeah. That's all I had about death. Uh, yeah, I should just end this. See you next time.